We're in the home straight then with the beginner's guides for Ultimate Alliance 3. There's only 6 base characters to do, and then I'll finish up with Infinite Thanos' guide number 52 now. For today's video anyway, we'll have a look at Luke Cage, character I've had a fair amount of requests for, one that I really enjoyed when I played him a while back, initially getting footage for this beginner's guide, but a character like other remaining base characters really I feel they fell down a little bit due to the power creep with the new characters that were introduced, the likes of X-Men and the Fantastic Four characters that are really exceptionally powerful in most instances, and it does make the base roster feel a little bit lacklustre, so I will just say that in advance. But for this beginner's guide, what we'll do is we'll start off with a quick overview and we'll check out his stats. We'll then talk about his abilities, the rotation I use and when I would use them. We'll check out his team bonuses, we'll have a look at the synergy attacks available, we'll talk about the build I'm running on him, we'll check out his 3 alternative costumes, and then we finish up with the quick summary. So we'll jump in and we'll start off with the overview. Luke Cage then is a full brawler character, so that applies to his abilities, his light and his heavy attack, and his extreme attack as well. The extreme attack, he spins around the chain and slams down. There's no special buffs or anything like that attached to it. If you look at the tags on each of his 4 abilities, he's got the melee tag on all of them, so that can be really nice for boosting his damage numbers. It means you can really focus in on that when you get to that ISO 8. In regards to his hero trait, it is super strength, so you can pick up your forklifts and so on that are dotted round levels and throw them to do a decent amount of damage. Stat wise, he does really nice, and in a lot of ways, looking at his tags, his hero trait, his abilities and his stats, he actually reminds me of the Thing, who I recently looked at, but I would say the Thing is more powerful, but that again is due to the power creep in the game. But his stats anyway, his strength is an A, so that's perfect for his melee attacks. Vitality is an A as well, so it means you can run him as an off tank, and I'll talk about that when we get to the build section. Mastery and resilience are both C, durability is an A, so that's great for him, and then energy is a D. So that's his stats. Let's have a more in-depth look now at his abilities. First ability we have here is Old School Action, so this particular one fires off at a series of wild strikes and press repeatedly to continue attacking. Now there's a lot of characters in the game that have this type of attack, and what you're best to actually do with it, rather than continually pressing the button on it when you're trying to take down a boss and an elite, you're best to actually just tap it once and he'll quickly do the initial animation, and then he'll do a further finishing punch which does the bulk of the damage, and then just start to repeat it again. So it'll use a lot less energy and it is more effective for the amount of damage you can put out. The next ability we have here is Harlem Express, so this one here, send the character rushing forward with a powerful punch and you can hold down to aim. So it's your standard charge attack that once again you can actually hold down to get additional damage on it and additional range as well. Unlike the majority, if not all of the charge attacks in the game, you've got the high stagger rate and it's up at A, so this is great for making the stagger gauge on your bosses or your elites. The next ability we have here is Power Slam, so this one is the general type of ability you'll use if you're surrounded by low level trash. Once again, it's a move that a lot of characters have. Now, initially when I used to play with Luke Cage it felt really nice, this skill, but they've since brought out the Thing who has this attack, but if you continue to press the button he keeps slamming the ground and he speeds up as he does it, which makes this one now feel a little bit lacklustre unfortunately, but you will be using this anyway to take out your low level trash when you are surrounded. The final ability we have here is one that on paper, with the damage and stagger rating being up at A and the animation, you would think it would be an absolutely amazing skill, but if you actually look at the gameplay footage here now, you can see when he spins round the chain, which I presume would do multiple damage hits, it actually only does 1 damage hit per character. Now if you do pick up one of the lower level minions you get an additional slam at the end, but it is incredibly situational to be able to do that, so it's an ability that I don't use that often, because if I want to take out trash that's next to me, I'll genuinely just use Power Slam. But you can use Power Slam or Chain Gun, but I wouldn't go using this trying to pull down the health on an elite or a boss after they're actually stunned. Now, in regards to rotation, from the testing I've done, I actually found that for bosses and elites, you'll use Harlem Express to break the stagger gauge, and then from there I would just continue to use Harlem Express to actually pull down their health as well if you want to stick with Luke Cage, but personally I would switch to another character. But that's all the abilities. Let's have a look at his team bonuses. Team bonus wise then, Luke is in 4 different teams. So the teams in question, it's New Avengers, Defenders, the Crew, and also Heavy Hitters. The max bonus you'll get, so this is the number of characters that overlap in teams, which gives you a bit more damage. It is 2, which is on the lower side, and the characters are Daredevil, Iron Fist and Doctor Strange. But it's relatively nice because when I do run Luke Cage I like to drop in Daredevil and Iron Fist, but I'm missing Jessica Jones, so generally I just drop in Elektra instead of her. But I really would like to have Jessica Jones in there, but it's not to be. That's the team bonuses. Let's have a look at the synergies now. So I actually done the template for this quite some time ago, so it's going back to the old format that I used to do before. It has changed a few times during these videos, but synergy attack wise he has 4 different traits. That's nice for getting a variety of different synergy attacks. The traits are Charge, Barrage, Slam and also Bash. In regards to the top 5 characters that he synergizes well with, you've got Star-Lord, Crystal, Hawkeye, Ghost Rider and Loki. Bottom 5, so these are ones you generally want to avoid if you're looking to do synergy attacks. It's Nightcrawler, Morbius, Moon Knight, Thanos and then Scarlet Witch as well there. So next up, let's have a look at the build that I'm running on him. Build wise then I almost run an identical build as the one I run on Thing, but I've mentioned a few times in this video there are a lot of similarities with the characters. So it's a tank brawler build I go for rather than just a straight brawler, because he's got that vitality up at A and he's got the durability up at A as well. So the preferred ISO, the ones at the top, it's increased damage of melee attacks by 19.2, increased crit chance of melee attacks by 11.1, and then we get into the tank ISO. So you've got increased the likelihood of being targeted by 39%, increased vitality by 9.8% due to the fact he's got A in that particular stat, and then increased resistance by 15.5 to make him even more tanky. Until you get them damage wise to boost these numbers, you'll go for increased damage by 16.5 and increased strength by 13.7. But due to him having the melee tag and all of his skills, you actually want to aim for that ISO. That is the optimal one that you're looking for. But that's the build anyway. Let's have a look at his alternative costumes now. We have 3 different costumes for Luke then. This one here is the recolouring of the base costume. You unlock this via the Psi Infinity Rift, so that's one of the nice early on ones, easy to get. Decent enough costume, but I do prefer the yellow look on him more than this particular colour. For me, Luke Cage, it's all about wearing the yellow colour really. Now let's check out the next costume. Sweet Christmas. Now this one is awesome, and when I was hoping we would get a new costume for Luke Cage, this is the one I would go for. You have to have the original Power Man look. So yes, it does look a bit cheesy, but it's great. I really do like this. This particular one, you would unlock it via the Shield Depot. Next costume we have here is a recolouring of the Power Man costume. I'm not too keen on this one, but I'm also not too bothered because we have the original colouring, so that's the one I would be using anyway. But to unlock this, it's the Shield Depot. It's 400 of the credits for each of them it actually costs, but that's where you get them. So let's now finish up with a quick summary. A few times then during this video I have mentioned the Thing, but I do feel the comparison has to be made with some of the newer heroes that have come out that feel very similar to the base heroes, but just a lot more effective. And Luke Cage was a character that I really enjoyed at the time, and I still enjoy him to an extent, but I do feel he has been a little bit left behind with the power creep, and with the likes of Colossus and Thing getting moves where they're invincible and they can just stomp towards the enemy. I would have loved to see a move like that on Luke Cage. It would be absolutely perfect to see him charging towards an enemy and all the bullets just bouncing off him. Now, if you're a Luke Cage fan, I'm sure you will still enjoy him, but if you're looking to maybe push the most out of your characters, then you more than likely want to run the more recent DLC characters. That is the beginner's guide for Luke Cage. So we have 5 left of the base characters. It's Wasp, Falcon, Rocket and Groot, Thanos and Loki. So let me know who you'd like to see next. And thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe button, and stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon.